Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of SNKronize. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Of course, you all know what Strawman and Kitty.
Oh, sorry, Optimus.
Does that make me a shitty argument?
Yeah, basically.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. It's been a minute since we've been all together again.
All together now.
It gets harder and harder for us to do these shows lately in person. It's kind of a pain. Hello, Blue Bear 2222. First time chatter. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Anyway.
My God, do we have so much stuff to talk about.
We have a lot to catch up on.
Okay, not only that, you guys, but like while we were getting ready for the show right now, like SNK literally dropped even more news in our laps.
Mm-hmm. They seem to want to do that on late Wednesdays, don't they?
They know when we have our show, so I appreciate that. Thank you, SNK.
I was actually a little sad about the Hinako reveal being yesterday.
Oh. All right.
So, yeah, we definitely need to talk about SNK's new news post. We have a lot of other things to catch up on. We have some random crap to show you. It's going to be a great time.
Lots of random crap. Lots of... God, should we just start
That's
with...
what I was about to ask. What do we start with?
Yes.
The news post.
Okay, you know what? I'm in agreement to that, yeah.
The news post.
This just blew me away that they sent right now, and, yeah. I have questions. I have a lot of questions on this one.
So we'll just bring up the post. We'll read the article. We'll talk about it. Because this shit's wild. There's a lot of potential here.
You know what? That's a good word for it. That's a very, very good word for it. You are right. There is a lot of potential.
SNK launches the SNK Universe Project to spread the appeal of its IPs worldwide.
What?
Exhibiting at New York Comic-Con.
Of all places. With
Shueisha XR, and a special movie will be shown in the Manga Dive format.
What is Manga Dive?
Oh my God.
So, my understanding is the Manga Dive is kind of like having a soundstage with all the projectors on the walls, like how they filmed Mandalorian. Except it's there for special presentations or like museum exhibitions.
Gotcha, okay.
And so basically they're going to have this like walk-in exhibit to look at a bunch of KOF history that they can change over time in like a movie format, rather than just having pictures on a wall and hoping for the best.
So my first question with you saying that, is it basically like those online or like moving style mangas or comic books that Marvel has done in the past, where it's just like you see the panel and then like something will move?
Yeah, like animatic almost.
Yes.
Yes, asterisk.
Okay.
Yes, that is part of it, because that's definitely something that Manga Dive does. Like, I actually managed to see like a couple pictures in the pop-up article.
Okay.
However, they also say they're going to intercut it with like game footage and this, that, and the other, so they can try to talk about the whole history.
Interesting.
So if they want to show you like the boss fight versus Orochi, they're not going to show you an animatic of that. They're just going to show you the fucking boss fight.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Hiro-kun, that's exactly just like that. When you go into California Adventure and the Animation Academy, and you can do all that, and when they have all those neat, they come alive a little bit. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
yeah, it has to be something small enough scale that they can just ship it to conventions and stuff. But if this is on Shueisha's dime to make that happen,
that is another
fucking
thing.
A.
So
that's
Shueisha
the thing right there. Shueisha
is like by far one of the biggest like media publishers in Japan.
Okay.
From anime to manga to like games, like all sorts of stuff.
Literally half of every like anime or manga brand you've heard of is probably
Shonen Jump is one of them, one of the big ones. They're like a Bandai Namco equivalent. You have like Sunrise, you have Bandai Namco, you have Shueisha.
Anytime someone gets a copyright claim for One Piece or Dragon Ball, Shueisha is one of two companies making the claim.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah, okay. That's the easiest way to put it.
Kind of a big deal.
So, I don't know if saying this is huge is correct, but to me, this is a big damn deal for SNK.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal no matter what.
It is.
I mean, their summary here says, SNK content has been cherished by fans all over the world. In collaboration with talented creators, we will embark on a journey of wider entertainment just for you. We're talking about you. The first project, KOF Revamp, is now underway.
So, that KOF Revamp, again, what is this? What are we looking forward to? Is it going to be animation? Is it going to be manga? Is it going to be revamping certain, like, lore or, you know, story arcs from different, you know, KOFs?
Unfucking part of the canon.
Exactly. Like, what are we doing here? There's so many questions. There's so many things that I am wondering and curious about.
So one thing that I would say is a really strong theoretical starting point is the KOF 14 manga did really well.
Yes, yes it did. Yes, yes it did.
And so if they just kind of piggyback off that, and like even like the fucking Iori Isekai manga is fine, the Shingo manga
I was just going to bring up the Shingo manga too.
So they might be like, yo, we actually have a real fucking audience in manga. You know, because I guess SNK is one of the only companies that doesn't know that half of their fan base doesn't play fighting games. There are a lot of KOF fans who do not play or do not play well. They're in it because KOF's fucking awesome. So, like, it's the same thing like BlazBlue. BlazBlue found out the same thing. Is that most of BlazBlue's hardcore fan base doesn't play the fucking game. So they started releasing visual novels, and that did great. So, KOF and SNK leaning into the manga, and maybe even getting... Who knows, maybe eventually we'll get a really good Fatal Fury manga, which will help clear up that canon.
So you're actually thinking, like... Because, I mean, they call it KOF Revamp, right? But, I mean, look, let's be honest. Like, Japan's not the best at naming things to what they actually mean. But... Are you actually thinking this might be kind of like a, hey, we're going to shore up the lore or something?
Like we're going to retell you the Orochi Saga story rather than re-releasing KOF 95.
Okay.
You know, we're just going to give you a manga that lets you break down everything. That, I mean, at the very least, that's what I would do. Like, if you have the power to just do manga and talk about your history, what better way than just fucking have a manga that tells the story properly rather than, you know, the 78 fucking non-canon comics out there that no one can keep straight.
Not only that, it's like they wouldn't even have to do that yet. Because the way everything is set up in KOF 15 and the way the story plays out in that, there are so many stories inside KOF 15 with every single character that they could probably just want to pick up after they left off with the KOF 14 manga. Like, there's just so much that could be done here.
There's a lot that happens in the 14 manga that does not happen in KOF canon, though. So that's one, or like in-game canon.
Right.
Because I think we're still in that. Does this count?
All I'm scared of now is that the KOF revamp is just going to erase Kenso from the story.
No.
But I was actually thinking, how dope would it be if they actually did KOF, you know, 94, 95, 96, 97, you know, in its current state after it's already had the universe reboot because Ash doesn't exist.
Right.
And, like, let's actually show, like, one or two things that are different.
Okay, that's even more confusing.
That would be kind of neat.
So, the one thing that actually gets me is that it says it's in collaboration with talented creators. So, does this mean that not only are you going to be working with manga creators and fans, I'm hoping this actually widens the door to the rest of us creators. So I would really like to see where that goes with all of this. But for now, manga-wise, this is awesome.
I mean, I'm also... Okay. If they're trying to build more love and spread more love for the IP, talking to international content creators would probably be a decent thing to do.
Yep.
However, I'm going to give you some smiles right now.
No.
You think this might be the first step towards the Obari stuff?
So I was going to bring up the Obari stuff. Depending on what's happening with Obari, because a few things have been going on. If you are paying attention to Obari and his feed as much as I do, along with Oda, you guys know that during and before Tokyo Game Show, they were having dinner meetings again.
I mean, we should also backtrack a little bit.
And not only that, with the Bam Bam Osaka store opening that Obari was at, he actually got to meet up with Oda and SNK and everybody else again. So,
who may or may not have gone for dinner and drinks.
Again.
Maybe.
Actually, they did. There was, even Nakayama. Okay, even Nakayama went. All right.
It's true.
All right.
He was there?
He's like, oh hell yeah, I'm going.
He's like, hey, what's up? I'm with the Bam Bam Monster Game Monster peeps, and I'm just like, that's Nakayama. Because if you guys all know, Capcom is right next door, hi neighbor to SNK because they're all in Osaka.
They're literally like a 10-minute drive.
Yes.
Yeah, and not only that, but again, it's just my favorite thing that Nakayama and Shuhei and Matsumoto-san, they're just fighting game fans.
Yeah.
Right?
They love everything.
Like the fact that Matsumoto even said one of his favorite characters is Kenso, right? Like, I mean, it's just. They're fighting game fans, so they want to hang out too.
You guys, it looks like everybody in this era that we're in right now is getting their gaming comeuppance. And the fact that Matsumoto and Nakayama and Obari and Oda and everyone at Capcom that we love and everyone at SNK that we love are all doing new cool shit, awesome projects.
And they're all playing nice to say the least.
They're all playing nice. The round table was formed, even though that kind of disintegrated over time.
Ripped round table.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what came from that? Capcom and SNK talking more and being buddies more. Because what did we get after all those?
KOF got rollback.
We got... Oh, shit. Gosh damn.
Well,
You're actually legit trying to explain something and you gotta throw that in.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're not, damn it. But the thing
to be fair, I feel like a lot of the rollback did come from
it was
Strive
a push.
as well.
No,
right?
it was a huge push because of everybody else talking about it.
Right.
So that was, you shut up.
Not unrelated, let's just put it that way.
Besides that, what else came from that? Them meeting up at EVO, them making us collaboration posters for welcoming back EVO after the pandemic. All right, there are all these little pushes, you guys, and you can see them throughout the last 2-3 years of everybody meeting up from dinners and during these events, and then they start talking, and then all. So anytime I see pictures of them going out to dinner, I know something cool is going to happen in a few months after.
Well, one thing I want to address in the chat, Game Genie still says waiting on Sam Show 2019 rollback. I want to just chime in on that and say, you know what? I'm glad they're taking their time. I'm glad they're making sure it works.
I mean, doesn't the Infinite Beta start like tomorrow?
Yeah, something like that. It starts very soon in any case. So again, I'm glad. I'm glad that they're trying to make sure it works. And again, retrofitting rollback into an original game that didn't have it is not easy.
No.
Like Game Genie also hints. Ask Dragon Ball FighterZ fans.
They're hurting right now. They really are hurting right now.
Kind of not unrelated is both of them are Unreal 4.
Yeah.
So Unreal 4 retrofitting the netcode is apparently fuck off hard.
Right.
Look, all I gotta say is I'm really happy that they realized Samurai Showdown is such an effing beautiful game. There are so many wonderful qualities to that game, and the fact that it got smacked around so hard and it just needed more love, now it's getting more love. 2019 seems far away, but yet it doesn't. But
it's
like
4 years ago.
I know, when you think about it.
It feels like it wasn't that far long ago, and then it's like, oh god.
Yes, exactly, because I mean, one thing that really got us going again, and the show and everything else, was Samurai Showdown coming out in 2019. Like, our whole SNK love and fandom literally got resurrected because that was announced, alright?
This show officially kicked off with the final season of Sam Show's DLC.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then right when KOF was starting
starting to come in. So, thanks to Sam Show, again, we revamped our love for, SNK, everything else. The show happened, like,
and on top of that, I mean, for lack of a better word, it's the networking, because they had such a stronger presence in America at the time.
They really, really
We
did.
actually got to like talk to staff and meet some of those guys, and you know, KK stopped being that guy nebulously in the distance. He's that dude I'm standing next to and chatting with. Like,
exactly.
and
so
that just did so much for everyone.
It did so much for the community and everyone. So the fact that, you know, it got handed a crappy situation from 2019, then the pandemic hit, then that screwed it up for the game a lot, because we couldn't do our offline events.
Yeah,
that really hurt, and that's what would have made that game, and does make that game, flourish in Japan, but would have made that game flourish even more in America if it wasn't for the pandemic and everything else. So the fact that Sam Show is getting love now,
and the people, I mean, I'm really happy seeing the people literally making the posts of, I get to play my favorite game of the past decade again.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, again, it's just like you think about that pandemic. I mean, just completely side note, I mean, shout outs to the Dragon Ball community, because they stuck through even through the pandemic, and you know, and they kept playing that game, because like Grand Blue just like completely like just collapsed, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so
there are a few other games
well,
that happened to as well.
I mean, in all fairness,
still.
Dragon Ball is a religion, so.
Well, so is KOF.
Yeah, but Grand Blue is not.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's not for fighting game people in any case, right? It's a religion for a lot of other people.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dragon Ball is a religion not because of the fighting.
Yeah, okay.
The fighting game is just like having a new chapter.
Yeah, okay, that's fair game, Genie. Yeah, the scene didn't collapse, but
but
a lot
the
of
hype did.
a lot of people were saying like this could be the next new big thing in the FGC, and then nothing happened.
Yeah, well, and then some of their design decisions throughout the game's life didn't help, like changing like how certain characters function, and
nerfing a lot of the characters, and
nerfing the fun out of the game.
For sure.
So with all of that happening, and Sam Show rollback, and now this news of, you know, this interactive.
Which, by the way, open up the article.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So says SNK launches the SNK Universe Project to spread the appeal of its IP worldwide, exhibiting at New York Comic Con with Shueisha XR.
Real quick, any of our homies on the East Coast better keep an eye out for us. Like, actually take some photos. If there's cool shit, you gotta let us know.
Yeah,
so in other words,
if there's any free swag, y'all.
We're yelling at Wave and Airtola then, huh?
I've already contacted them.
Okay.
I'm reaching out to Rome and Afro Dynamic and the homies of Kick Punch Block. All right, y'all. If you're going to Comic-Con, just remember your buddies over here, the ones that made you delicious Blue Marys at Evo. And if there's any free swag to grab for us, I'd appreciate it.
I'm speaking from things that I know after some of my conversations and things that I've monitored. There is not a doubt in my mind that there is no NFT bullshit anywhere near this.
Don't worry. No,
Okay,
absolutely
okay.
not. They learned from that uproar we had with that Chinese NFT company.
That's right.
And ever since then, SNK has really changed how they look under a microscope.
And
with
they're actually
marketing and licensing now.
And, yeah,
that's
they're
what I'll
actually
say that.
slightly more protective of their license now.
And honestly, NFTs crashed bad.
Yeah, they did. So you don't have to worry about that.
The reason why you're getting all those bots still about NFTs is probably because they're
trying to recoup their losses. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly it.
So yeah, I have absolutely no concerns about that.
Yes.
But I just want to get that out in the air, like, nah.
So, says SNK Corporation is proud. Here, let me do something. Proud to announce the launch of the SNK Universe Project, an initiative for developing various forms of entertainment in order to spread the appeal of SNK's IP worldwide.
Various forms.
Right. So this sounds like way more than games now.
So
at this point.
So manga and anime, like at a minimum, seems like it's totally in the ballpark.
Dude, you know what they should do? I mean, obviously, you know, they want to get Obari to try to do. Yeah. I wonder if they could turn like that into a Netflix show, because Netflix.
No, absolutely not.
I'm so sick of Netflix undercutting the budget of the things they share.
So here's the thing, James. Here's the thing.
Well, I mean, maybe not using Netflix as finance, but using it as a distribution platform.
No, they don't have to. They don't have to at all. Obari has his own animation studio.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know,
but I mean, because also like it would probably be distributed via Shueisha, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
As far as American
Like,
distribution, fucking who cares? We're gonna fan sub that shit anyway.
I'm-
I'm not watching it in English.
And I'm so happy Obari has his own animation studio.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying I want anybody else to animate it. I'm just saying as a distribution thing.
No,
so.
but I just want, if y'all don't know, G1 is Obari's animation studio. So like that's where all the goodness came from with the KOF 15 anime intro and all of his awesome mech animation, Gundam, and everything else he works on. So I'm really happy that I'm not going to say when Obari's animations for KOF or anything SNK come out, I'm just going to be super happy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be dead shocked if there's not anything for the City of the Wolves.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Like, I will actually be surprised.
You know what would be awesome? Cutscenes.
It's starting to.
I want him to do all the endings.
I'm just
every character gets an ending.
My
like,
God.
I'm wondering. Like, it's interesting right now because they're talking about this KOF revamp. They're doing City of the Wolves. I'm wondering if they really are going to try to work hard to resolve the multiple timelines thing.
I think they should because I don't hate to say this. This is one reason I quit collecting the mangas, the comics, and everything. It's just like since Udon decided they're gonna take over the Street Fighter universe, I've not been happy with the stories. Even though it's flip-flopped whether it's canon or not. My God, like, dude, that's the problem. That is such the damn problem. Getting the story straight from the games and what the developers made the stories and the characters
I explicitly blame one person for that, but hey.
To like Udon saying everybody's now related and marrying everybody so everybody's an aunt, cousin, uncle. I couldn't stand that stuff.
Yeah,
like
I actually really want to do a timeline of like when it really came to light that Guile's wife and Ken's wife are sisters.
Yeah,
right,
what
yeah.
the flying
okay, so I never liked that weird plot development, but that's old. That's been around for a while.
Yeah, and
but we need to track the history.
Right,
yeah.
That's the shit
I need my lab coat.
Right? You need your lab coat and glasses and your Gintama.
Yeah, no, but that has existed for that was even before like Street Fighter 4.
I feel like
so.
well, yeah,
even
but
still,
that
that's
was
the thing.
in the Udon comics
That's
before
what's
Street
in the
Fighter 4.
Udon comics, and like they
But
just jump around
does it
so much.
predate Udon at all or not? Is the
Right.
real question.
Yeah, it's just
and I
like,
don't think. I'm not sure it did.
No,
Right.
I can't stand
But I
when
mean,
they
is
jump
there-
around.
I don't remember
like
that actually being mentioned in Alpha because.
Oh, it's not mentioned in the game. But
No,
yeah.
it's in the comics. It's only in the Udon.
Well,
comics
I mean, there
that
might
it
be
was
like
Well, I'm just saying the
supplementary
Game Genie
stuff.
just mentioned it was Alpha, and I'm trying to think of like how that would be.
It could be supplementary content or whatever, or just like written.
I mean, it could be one of those things that it was non-canon originally and then became.
And that's another thing too. It's just like so geese from a Schrodinger cat.
Yeah, exactly. So
Exactly,
that's
that's
kind of
another
the
thing.
that's kind of the thing that James was implying about the like divergent timelines. Are they going to
Mm-hmm.
rectify it? And personally, I don't want them to because you run into a fucking Superboy Prime Crisis of Infinite Earths bullshit, and that just always goes bad. I'm not doing it.
Again, I appreciate sticking to the 14-15 line of everybody's back again, everybody's here,
But I mean,
and
like-
going with that.
But I mean, like, honestly, with the way Verse changed everything, it really opens the door that they can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
So-
why I was hoping.
But that's why I mean that they could converge the timelines then,
Could. Again, are they going to start with KOF 14, 15, or where are they going to start?
Yeah, and then
first
even
question.
doing that, you then start resulting in multiple like complete butting head decisions. Not even just Geese alive or dead, but how old's Rio?
Right, yeah.
Is he
The
Bariki
art of
1
fighting,
old?
right,
Is he Art of Fighting old? Is he like...
Yeah, because like
There's
if you take KOF out of the equation, everything makes sense.
Right,
But if you start converging them, KOF has to matter.
Right,
Yep.
exactly.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because Rio is either 20-something or 50. Have fun.
I mean...
Turns out he's been studying under Zeku.
Oh, geez.
You know?
I mean, again, I love pointing out
But
that
he doesn't
Young
change. He's the same character anyway.
he just glues on a beard.
Yeah?
Poof, beard. I'm the same.
Now I just want that animation of like Zeku showing him, and then Rio just poof the same, poof the same.
I love pointing out that Guy Tendo's win quote against Rio in KOF 11 is, "Didn't you used to be older?"
Does he actually say that? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay.
One of the greatest win quotes of all time.
That's actually funny that they just acknowledge that.
Yeah. He's like, "Didn't you used to be older?" No? Whatever.
Lurker's fine. Yeah, I mean, she probably just goes with Bulma and wishes with Dragon Balls, and she's just like, I need to stay Pop Teen 16, or, Pop Teen 19, whichever, because if you go over 25, your career's over. Your career's done.
Do you want me to just keep going with
this?
Yeah,
let's keep going on that now.
Okay. So this project aims to increase global awareness as well as player consumption and enjoyment of SNK's numerous IPs, including series such as King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, and Samurai Showdown, by diversifying them across various forms of entertainment.
That's a buffet.
Yeah, SNK will branch out from the fighting game genre for which it is so well known, and even traverse entertainment mediums entirely by entering the world of manga, anime, film, and music, among others.
Okay, time out real quick. I don't know who wrote that, but SNK and KOF characters and SNK characters have been doing that for the last 30 years.
I mean,
that's not new.
Yeah,
That's not new.
You think anyone outside of nerds like us know about the King of Fighters Kyo?
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody who knows about the King of Fighters Kyo is in this chat right now.
Yeah. There's all 40 of us.
I mean, unless they're in a different time zone and are already asleep.
Right, yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so all 45 of us then.
I don't think Felicimo's awake right now,
No, she's not.
So,
She'd be chiming in if she was.
And then, Athena awakening from an ordinary life, and then the Samurai Showdown RPG that you love so goddamn much.
And then you got KOF for girls, and then you've got, remember, all the 90s recycling promotions of Athena and Terry being like, be good kids and recycle, and help old ladies down the street. Like a true fighter, yeah! Like all of those promotions. They should bring those back in and
call it KOF Recycle instead, instead of revamp. Just call it Recycle.
I'm not even mad.
We got Days of Memories.
Okay,
exactly.
My KOF-tober post of the day was Days of Memories.
It was just a few days back.
Which I'm totally going to talk about Cough-tober more.
I mean, it's really interesting though, because they. Like I said, it's really interesting because, SNK fans are, I think, like, the most rabid about the fighting game storyline and all that stuff, when you look at the original ones like Tekken and Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat's tried their best to shore up their storyline, and I don't like whatever it's doing right now.
I'm so confused right now.
You can have fans of it, but it's not like someone's going to go to bat over, Liu Kang's canon.
You'd be surprised because there are some people who are crazy out there, but my point is that, like, it took until Street Fighter 6 to actually care about the story.
Dude, I've said
That's
it before.
because we were so mad what happened in 5's story. That's exactly why.
I have said it before and I'll say it again. They finally let Cammy be a character.
Yeah, dude, I finally met Cammy in the story, and the fact that, like, you're talking to her, she's like, wait, what? What? Like, cause you're like trying to call her master and all this stuff. Like,
the fuck?
Yeah, she's just like, what?
She's like so weirded out about it.
She's so adorable, dude.
I still love the beautiful conversation.
Oh, I haven't had that one yet. Okay.
Yeah. That's the one I'm leaving alone.
Okay. Yeah, we'll wait till you get to that one to talk about that more.
But again, I don't feel like, SNK fans clearly are more obsessed. It was even strange, too, because even a long time ago, before I met you guys, way back when, like, the 98, 99 days, like, a lot of the SNK people would be like, oh, God, I love these characters. And that was back when I didn't understand it, and I was like, these characters are weird. Like, I didn't, because, remember, I've always talked about the fact that I love Street Fighter because they're all different fighting styles, right? And then KOF had Shermie and Chris, and I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, why are these people fighting? You know?
I mean, because I always made the joke. It's kind of like the Marvel and DC thing. Is that Street Fighter has the icons.
Yeah.
But like the KO characters kind of just feel like people who happen to be fighting.
Very fashionable people.
And so, I mean, but like my point being is that back then, even when I didn't understand it, I just knew people who were like, "Oh my god, these are the best characters ever! I love these characters."
Like once you're a KOF or SNK fan, you're pretty much a diehard from here till life.
Yeah, there's
whether you want it to happen or not. There's really no such thing
as like a lukewarm SNK.
No, there really is not.
Right.
Really is not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't even realize it's happened until it's too late. It's kind of like that JoJo's meme where the little kid and the mom are walking and he's like,
yeah.
Mommy, what are those KOF people? Don't look at them.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too late. I'm in a tournament. Yeah, it's that. It's that. And you don't even realize it before it's too late. So yeah, that's just being a SNK and especially a KOF fan.
Well, I mean, most people would say KOF characters are more fashionable than Street Fighter, because Street Fighter characters weren't really about fashion, right?
No, they just looked very, costumey.
Well, yeah, no, the kid has to be in the pose and say Coco Desca.
Yeah, he's just like, it's too late, mother. Coco Desca. So yeah, we're kind of like that.
So the one thing is, I will say, up until Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter's greatest strength is that they had the complete conveyance on first glance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even if they had to lean into stereotypes, you knew what this character was about at a glance.
Yeah, that is true.
You didn't necessarily know Gao's a charge character, but you knew he was a fucking soldier of some kind.
Yeah,
he was gonna have military everything.
It's interesting because kind of tying in with another topic of today, but Hinako is obviously one of those hey, look, it's a little girl sumo, right? And then you look at Street Fighter, it's like Honda, who's actually a stereotype even that Japan kind of didn't like out.
They're really kind of mixed on him.
Yeah, there's been a lot of.
But Street Fighter has never really leaned into that against type physical,
Rufus.
Yeah, but Rufus is kind of a character archetype in itself.
I mean, Rufus and El Forte kind of they were nudging at that again.
Forte
right?
actually
they were gonna
nailed
nudge
it
at
conceptually.
That again.
He was just badass.
Yeah.
You knew he was gonna be flying all over the place.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even still, I will say till this day, I wish OG real Rufus,
King Cobra,
not
King Crimson.
King Cobra.
He's not the Part 5 villain stand.
Yeah. But anyways, I wish real Rufus was a thing. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
but going back to this SNK stuff that they're doing, as James was saying, I don't know who wrote this, but yeah. They've been doing this everything for the past 20 years besides fighting games. I mean,
I'm going to throw a shit fit because they're like, and music. And I'm like, how the fuck do you
do
music?
How do you not know about
the
Panda Fighters, alright?
We could get a rhythm game. And then I was like, no, y'all had a rhythm game and you canceled it.
Here we go.
Fucking Rhythm of Fighters is dope. It was just cool tune, but good. Alright, cool, let's go.
He really liked that game.
Joint exhibition with Shueisha XR at New York Comic Con 2023. Special SNK Universe Project movie will be shown in manga die format. SNK will have a joint booth with Shueisha XR at New York Comic Con 2023, which runs from October 12th through 15th, which is the same, starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off that they dropped this now. Because there's no effing way we can make it over there.
With that in mind,
that's kind of messed up.
I was so ready to praise them for giving us fair warning about the Hinako trailer. Like, hey, we're making an announcement. Stay tuned tomorrow. Oh, really? They're learning their lesson to not drop their... Nope.
They're learning their lesson not to... Oh, by the way, tomorrow is this cool thing that you could have
planned. Yeah, look at this thing you're not going to. Fuck you.
You don't get to plan. No. I mean, we're not millionaires yet, so until we are able to take our private jet and fly fucking for the next 10 hours over to New York Comic Con and randomly grab some overpriced hotel room, just to go see this.
Yeah.
It's a little jacked
I mean,
up.
literally, as a fan, it just comes down to, I have zero fucking interest in going to New York Comic Con. I don't care.
But this will make us care.
This would have made me change my plans for the year.
Right, yeah,
exactly. We would have tried our hardest, even if we only had a week to try and fucking get there somehow.
Dude,
so
if I had a week, I'd drive.
Road trip. The road trip.
The movie.
Actually, with the fucking price of gas nowadays, it'd be cheaper to fly.
Yeah.
Ouch, you're right. Okay, baby, before you read, James, before you read, like, SNK, please, you guys, marketing team, you really got to work on not dropping the ball like this. So, you know, your content creators, your people who cover your news and love your characters so much can actually try to go to this stuff, or, I don't know, maybe reach out.
Okay, quick little devil's advocate. Because they had to partner with Shueisha might have cock-blocked them. There's a possibility.
I don't know.
And also with the way that I've seen things go down
I know it's always last minute, but
they
still.
Probably only shored everything up like maybe like
2 days ago and like got everything approved 2 days.
Like, can we get it by New York Comic Con? Oh my God, we can. You know.
Yeah, especially with time zone differences of like, hey, do we have a fucking loading dock for that? Waits 3 days to find out.
So even still, with that always being the norm, A, it shouldn't be the norm. It shouldn't be the norm at all. B, again, you want people to talk about this. You're putting how much money into this. At least let your creators and your community know so they can, you know, have a heads up of trying to get to these things if you can't reach out to them.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they're trying to spread the IP to people who don't know about it. They don't need us to go there. They need the MCU viewers to go there.
And guess what? Being a cosplayer whose MC Universe friends are all over their other social medias, guess what? If I would have gone there and posted this up on all my Facebook and social media, that would have helped.
Yeah, I mean, other than the guys we know on the East Coast who may or may not be going, like, I know I can't wait to see one photo of this from people who don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly, and Hinako, you're right, the animators are still drawing the final panels while this is about to happen. You're absolutely right, because that's how they do shit.
The problem is that, like, we're going to basically get no coverage of this unless, like, fans show up. It's going to be, like, you know, fucking Crave News or some shit's gonna walk by, take a photo of the booth, and keep walking.
Yeah, y'all can't just depend on Maximilian to, like, try to go to every single thing you want.
You don't got time for that.
He ain't got time for that, alright? Neither does Justin. They're family men. They went home and became family men. So it wouldn't hurt to get the rest of us out there every once in a while to help spread the love. That's all. Anyways.
But yeah, I'm really concerned that basically this is going to go as, like, lost media because nobody's going to see it that cares.
Yeah, and we don't want that to happen. We want people to, you know about this. And, hey, you want to know something crazy real quick? Friends that I cosplayed with 20 years ago who love KOF and SNK, they've actually found me because of the show. They've actually found me because of the coverage we do on showing figures and merchandise and all this other shit. Because they still love this stuff, and they're like, I've literally ran into like 5 or 6 people this year from 20 years ago that'd be like, oh my God, Kitty, you still love SNK, you do all this cool shit, that's awesome. Oh my God, I want to buy this stuff now because, you know,
I mean,
because we can.
Because we can now.
The one thing I will say about this that I think can defend them a little bit is that I have a funny feeling that they're probably going to design this portable enough that they could bring it to other events, right?
I would hope so.
Right, so I think this will be just kind of like, oh, hey, look, we're doing this now, and then they can find out the flaws, perfect it, and then, you know, work on it.
But I mean, the problem is, though, is that with it being a partnered project, that means they also have to coordinate it every time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, I mean, if we're real lucky, they'll just be like, all right, the con's over, here, watch it on YouTube. It's not the same experience, but at least you get to see what we showed.
Right.
Like, that would, I mean, I'd be satisfied with that.
I think it would be cool if they kind of, like, toured it around.
Oh, yeah, that'd be super fucking cool.
I mean,
but that's really, really hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard because a lot of these companies, just like you see Tekken at or video game companies like Capcom, Tekken, SNK, you would see them at E3. Then a few weeks later, you'd see them at AX. Then a few weeks later, you'd see them at Comic-Con. It's the same booth, it's the same setup, but things are a little different, upsize, downsize, because who knows what space you got.
Logistical shifts and everything, of course. But that's way easier than going from New York Comic-Con to whatever the next event is.
Right. Not really. Wherever it gets shipped, it gets shipped. That's part of the money loss, is shipping all the shit to wherever. And even if it's in states or out of the states or all over the world or country, you're still getting use out of it, is the point here.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
I'm saying 2 weeks compared to 3 months is a difference. So, if they're going from Comic-Con to EVO, they can just fucking throw it in a warehouse for a week. No big deal.
Exactly.
But this one, they're probably going to ship it back to Japan and then ship it out again next time they need it.
Yeah,
and
maybe. But I mean, but again, you guys
Who knows?
mentioned maybe Shueisha money is a factor. So, you know.
That's the thing, too.
Article.
Yes, back to the article.
The movie will include manga created especially for Manga Dive, in addition to game footage from the KOF series. It will deliver a full-fledged, immersive experience that explores the unique world and history of KOF. Now, I don't need to read any of these abouts here. Really,
all I'm gonna say is
I'd
go
say
up
read
a little.
do the one on the Manga Dive.
Yeah, so about Manga Dive. Manga Dive is an immersive museum that delivers a new type of manga experience to its visitors. Images are projected in a total of 5 directions, full 360 surroundings, plus the floor, resulting in a vast manga world where characters, locations, and more spread all throughout the art space.
That's really cool. You know what that reminds me of? How cool would it be next year at EVO if they did this in the Sphere?
I mean...
Not feasible, but goddamn.
God, that would be so cool.
I mean... What part not feasible? SNK doing it or being in the Sphere?
Money to have that
all
for a day or two in the Sphere.
Dude, they've already announced that there's going to be a new venue for EVO next year.
Exactly.
And so, like, I just feel
like...
Yeah,
but I mean, I saw footage from, like, a concert inside the Sphere.
It was the U2 concert.
Too big. I think it's too big for
Too
EVO.
big, huh?
The U2 concert was in there.
Thing,
no,
right?
they don't.
They can just wall off.
But I mean,
parts.
again, it's a whole giant orb, and you have that entire screen at your disposal.
Is, like, the crazy thing is, like, if EVO's there, I mean, it's just like you gotta put that MVC2.
Yeah.
You know,
it
has to be like a primary intermission.
The training stage has to be.
I highly doubt it's going to happen, but I'm just saying, in some kind of interactive screen like that, that's where this would flourish the most. That's where it would.
I mean, the thing is, though, is that also then it would be the fun part of reformatting the fucking images to actually fit that output. Because
have fun.
Yeah, this is designed for 5 projectors to link up. You're gonna have to reformat it.
You're gonna have to do some.
I'm sure it's not that hard for people who work in that field doing that stuff. It's just time consuming.
I'm just saying it is something that would have to occur.
Yes, and for the people who couldn't see on that panel, go back to the panel. It was Shune and someone else in that manga panel. I'm wondering if that's hinting, if that's hinting to something right there. Oh, it's Shune against Isla.
Yeah, it's Isla.
Yeah.
And Amanda.
Throwing hands against Shune hands that have no names, as far as I know. But I wonder if that's a hint right there, if that's where they're going to start with KOF 15. And I'm sure it's very highly likely that that's the comic in this little mini movie that's going to happen.
I'm going to say no. I'm saying this is the one thing they can show that's not going to be a surprise or a spoiler. Like, yeah, we're showing our current protag and rival, no problem. The moment they show something from, like, 95, it's going to change, like, people's perception of it.
And again, I just wish we could be there to see it.
We'll find out tomorrow, won't we?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Maybe we'll find out Sunday, if we're real lucky.
So, with that being said, I will try my hardest to reach out to friends going to New York Comic Con and FGC homies going to New York Comic Con to see if we can get any type of coverage for the next show.
We got some dudes out there that might be swinging through, so...
Yeah. Anyways, that was our first bit of news.
An hour later.
It only took an an hour to get through one of them.
I mean, I'm going to say this, and I know you guys are fully... We never got past day 1 of Japan, right?
Shit, you're right.
We got some of day 2.
We were barely starting day 2, and I mean, we almost finished Evo. I think we finished Evo. Yes, I promise more Japan stories. Next show, I promise. I have so much video.
Eventually,
stuff, you guys.
TM.
Yeah.
Next show, more Japan goodies. All right.
When's the next show? Eventually.
No,
TM.
I mean the thing is, like, it'll be like we'll do it next show, and then we're gonna get all this stuff from this, and we're gonna talk about this. We'll talk about this for about half an hour, and like 5 hours later,
If we
the
have to
SpongeBob
have
thing, 5 hours
5
later.
hours later on the synchronized show. Hey, if we gotta start doing shows 3 to 5 hours, we gotta start doing shows 3 to 5 hours because we're not doing weekly shows. So it's all back order here. Do we need rollback?
I mean...
No comment. Anyways, all right, on to my news.
Energon act of shame.
How dare you? On to my news. More news. Holy, I mean, yeah, she could probably pay for it for 2 days. I'm sure she wants to drop like 1.2 million on that for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for a few fans, why not? Y'all, it is a wonderful time to be an SNK fan. It is the most blessed timeline we are living in. The golden era of merch is what I'm going to call it.
Fuck my wallet.
Fuck our wallets. Fuck our life savings. I'm so glad not to have a child right now because they wouldn't be getting Christmas. Unless they
It's my Christmas, fuck you.
Poor Rock isn't getting Christmas.
Rock will always get Christmas.
Dang, so the child is not as important as Rock.
No, Rock will always get Christmas.
No, but
Rock
you're
is
saying,
child.
you're saying
Yes.
if you didn't have a kid, they wouldn't get Christmas, but Rock will always get Christmas.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I'm baby. I'm baby. Anyways, so basically what I'm trying to say here is, oh my god, everyone is now on the KOF and SNK hype train when it comes to collectibles, figures, action figures, posable dolls, statues, life-size statues, and everything else you could possibly friggin' want. All the way down from the giant life-size statues to mini acrylic keychains.
The fact that that's a plural now.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
All right, let's just start this. Let's get this show on the road. Something.
A few things have happened. Wonderfest has happened.
Wonderfest China.
Wonderfest China has happened. A bunch of other a bunch of other conventions that are just figure-based from Singapore and China to Japan have happened this year, but the last one happened in China, Wonderfest over there, and this is some of the coverage from it. It's gonna get expensive. So here we have is Toonshi Studios. This is their official lineup that they've had so far, except minus a couple characters. We're going to get to that artwork. But they have started the King of Fighters 97 figures, and oh my god, have they been looking good. Next photo.
I'm really curious about that first part of that, though.
Not only did you see in the lineup that Shermie, which I'm really excited for, is in there, but we also have... you also have King, you have Terry, you have Iori, you have Yuri.
So I'm really curious about the Terry and Iori being 1/12 figures. Like, what are they going to be like? Are they posable?
They're smaller,
cubes?
right?
They are smaller, but you're going to see Terry in a moment. Go to the next one.
Are we?
Also,
I missed
Orochi has been announced, and next one, not only Orochi, but that was weird. But we're getting this bad boy too, so Rogal's going to be one of them. And now, instead of the artwork, now we're going to show you some of the figures.
Oh, he's in the 1/12 as well.
Yeah.
And is Orochi in the 1/12 or the 1/6?
1/12.
1/12. Okay.
All right.
So
show some of those
guys
figures.
get half the size. Got it.
So we're gonna be able to recreate the Snoo Planet, Amazon Women Planet.
Oh my god, you guys would. You would do that. So here's
my
Leona.
I think that shit's adorable.
She's cute, and I'm gonna leave it at that. She's cute. The end. Next one.
Dang, okay.
The Yuri is freaking adorable. Alright. I really like how Tenchi is actually making fabric clothing. A lot of companies aren't doing that, and I think it's really great, especially when these action figures are posable.
Yeah, so
it really works out.
So just to clarify, these are the ones that have like the vinyl skin.
These are, yes, this is like your Mary doll. They actually have like a soft kind of vinyl-y skin, and it really helps to pose them dynamically. Next one.
I actually really like Angry Face.
I love the angry face.
Superior.
It really is.
But yeah, that's why you don't see any like seams of articulation. Is that she actually has like the fake skin and fat and everything.
But they're not
really
posable, are they?
They are very posable. Okay. If you go back to the other Yuri, you see she comes with different hands, and she comes with a stand, and so you can see.
The only thing I will say is from the Mary, switching the hands is a huge pain in the ass. Okay. And so I just gave up on it. I wasn't, because I wasn't willing to damage the figure to switch the hands.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes they're tricky changing the hands. I'm not gonna lie.
But no, the Mary in this set's fucking incredible. So I'm really happy that they're getting more characters.
And then now we have Ho'omaru coming up. He looks phenomenal. This is, when I saw this, I was like, this is one of the action figures. This looks like one of the statues we want to collect. Like, are you kidding me? He's amazing. Look at the detail. It's a handsome ass house.
I really dig the stubble.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they gave him a little sprig to chew on. I'm just like, that's just so damn good. And if you want to see the full body, next photo. Look at that.
Yeah, I actually.
That's a sick ass figure.
Hadn't actually seen this one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actually posable as well, or is this a statue?
They're posable. I just don't know how much articulation.
This one should be another one of the dolls.
But yeah, they are posable. But yeah, he looks so damn good, you guys. Like,
yeah, it's pretty fucking dope.
I gotta get him for the collection just because of how good he looks. Like, there's a lot of Ho statues and figures out there, but his face is really good. It screams. This is that character without second guessing it.
Ho'omaru Banderas.
Yes, Banderas. All right, next photo. Ukyo! I love this Ukyo figure. I've only seen a couple of Ukyo figures. This one I'm really fond of because if you go to the... I think there's a second one. His face... There's a closer. No, I don't know if I got the face or not. But again, look at them poses.
Dude, he better come with like a box of apples in his alternate hands accessories.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure there's like a split apple. That'd be a really cool pose.
And maybe a hand with a blood stain on it.
Yes. Where's the coughing pose? Ouch. It's like Bleach, Captain Tuberculosis, and him are like BFFs. I would put two figures of them together.
You're dying, I'm dying too.
So
Let's be friends. Sure. All right, next.
There's your Terry. Look at how good he looks. Look at the clothes. Look at the jeans.
So it's a little action figure.
Freaking solid ass figure.
That's Southtown's ass.
That is Southtown's ass.
This is the 112 figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's
this is gonna be like old X-Men figure sized.
Kind of, yes.
Approximately.
No, the Terry's looking great. Like I said, our wallets, because all of these figures from Tenchi are so effing good. It's really gonna be. I can't wait for Shermie. I cannot wait for Shermie.
I'm gonna need the Orochi in that set.
Yes, I'm gonna need Rugal. I can't wait.
Dude,
for
how great is he gonna be with Meganeth's costume?
Do we know the prizes yet?
No, we do not know the prizes yet. Your Mary statue was around
200-ish.
200.
Like 180 to 200.
Okay.
So that's gonna be probably the ballpark to look at. It's gonna be around 200-ish for the fancy dolls.
Okay.
And that's the thing, that was with a pre-order and shipping. So wrapped up all together, 200. But if you think about it this way, if Kodo is pushing 140 for a smaller figure, and you're getting this that's posable with clothing that looks really good, you can kind of like weigh in on what's the better choices here.
You can't necessarily order these from Japan because they're not made in Japan.
They are not made in Japan. They are all made in China.
You mean if you order it from a Japanese address, that might be actually reasonable.
And you can also use
our friend Zen Market.
We'll be getting into how you can get these cheaper in a moment, but I want you to keep going to show everybody else the other. Look who came over! Who's finally getting a really good figure? Oh my god!
Yeah, and
yes, that is the same Terry that you just saw behind her, and yes, that is Mai right next to her because they already have a Mai prototype. So and the Mary in the back as well with the jacket.
Yeah, I was not willing to put the jacket on her because it's also very difficult. But golly,
that is the Blue Mary that he got from Tunshi, and she was announced like what 2 years ago. This has been going on. They've been making these and planning these out for a while,
hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been 2 years.
Because I got her a year ago.
Yes, and the pre-order was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the other problem is like you really gotta. Even though these figures are expensive, don't worry about it because you got plenty of time to order until the next one and your wallet refills and recovers by the time the next pre-order comes. All right, next one. And there's Terry, and you can see the howl next to him.
The lighting on this other Terry head makes it look like he's missing eyeballs, and it was really, really freaky for a second right there.
I was wondering why you were oh my godding.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Dude, he looks so good.
These figures, these posable dolls, if you will, they're amazing.
Yeah,
any collector who loves SNK is really happy that these exist.
I mean, also, like I've said before, I was blown away with the faces the Mary came with. They did such a good job, and like with these ones too, they're living up to that same quality, while also not all being the same. They actually feel like they're different characters. They feel like the character they're supposed to be, and they're all just that level of quality. So their sculptor is a fucking badass.
I would like to find out who the main sculptor is because I would really like to follow them and their work and see what other figures they have done in the past. So that is something to look into later. They don't sell backgrounds for these, but there are plenty of places you could buy custom backgrounds or make backgrounds or get creative. That's kind of part of the fun with having these. One reason why we collect like the mini arcade machines and stuff is for figures like this, so you can like set up dioramas with them. It's just pretty damn cool. All right, next photo. So okay, wait, time out. That was it for the photos I had of Tunshi. Now we're going into Storm Collectibles. Storm Collectibles has been making a lot of really cool SNK and KOF characters. Their Rugal is awesome. The Orochi, I have the Orochi and I have Terry, thanks to my homie Matt for getting me those for like birthday gifts over the years.
Actually, yeah, and Storm's had the SNK license for a while, longer than most companies actually.
Yeah, I'm just surprised to see that they actually made the Kyo Clone Saga Kyo.
Ness
Saga, Ness Kyo.
Well, because honestly, I mean, hot take, that is still his best design.
Oh, you think so?
I love that design.
Okay. Not only that, they have
I'm saying something positive about Kyo. Like, come on.
That doesn't happen very often. They have also made Haomaru, and they've made like 7 different color variants of him. Storm really loves color variants, so be prepared if you want any of these figures. They're probably going to come in 3 other colors.
And that's Ryo and Ryu in the background too.
Well, yes. Well, go to the next.
We got plenty to look at.
No, it's for me. It's my brain is doing the puzzle thing again. But you know, you have Kyo, change a letter, it's Ryo, change a letter, it's Ryu. So it's just like, for me, that's the amusing part.
I've always been fond of this shirt. I agree with you. This is one of the best Kyo designs out there, besides classic Kyo, because that's just classic Kyo.
Also, shout outs to them using Ryo's good pose.
Right?
Oh,
and there it is.
Okay.
So, They're coming out with Rio. They're coming out with 4 really good characters.
Oh, actually, he counts as 98 right?
Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah.
They have a few of the KOF licensing titles. Storm is all over the place with fighting game figures, and I'm really glad they are because they come out with really cool stuff.
Just let 'em.
Dr. Arby says that Kyo 2002 is already sold out, or is it not on sale yet?
Here's the thing.
I mean, these aren't even out yet, right?
No. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Oh, okay.
Because remember how I was saying they had a Rugal? I wish I got it. It's completely sold out too. My Terry is gone. Orochi, I believe, is gone. This is the thing. With Storm and collecting these figures, you guys got to be on top of it, and it's really hard to because you got to get those pre-orders and make sure you have your figure taken care of. A lot of the times, like, they're mostly sold out in a lot of stores, and you're gonna have to buy them from a third party or on eBay and stuff like that.
I can't believe he was only 80.
That's what it said, $80, but sold out right now.
And the really cool thing is if you collected some of the sets that I believe Kyo was part of, it actually made Rugal's giant ball of energy. It was part of the build of pieces.
I don't think Kyo was in that.
I don't think Kyo was in that one, to be honest, but
yeah,
it was.
I'm trying to remember. Is Rugal?
It was Iori, I think, Rugal, and different variants, and someone else. It's been a minute from those.
Yeah.
figures.
So Big Bad Toy Store, by the way, at this current time, is the only American distributor that has Storm stuff. Everyone else cut ties for one reason or another. Now the downside is that since Storm is located in Southeast Asia, and all the shipping, especially from China, has been a fucking nightmare lately, you might wait like a whole extra year to get the figure after it releases.
Right.
I gave up on Big Bad Toy Store because there were a couple times that we've pre-ordered things and they've just dropped the fucking ball. And I'm like, where's my shit?
Okay.
Where's my shit?
So it was one time, the item, they basically over-ordered and they never received it, and we got fucked for it, which sucked. But, so the Storm Collectibles Mary, it took so goddamn long to get that I gave up, canceled my order. My friend went to Japan. I made him pick the figure up for me while he was there and bring it back. That was faster and easier.
And cheaper.
That's the same.
Yeah. I mean, I used to get all my old Transformers stuff from them.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I don't dislike
Long
Big Bad
time
by
ago.
any means. It's just that, this is really fucking inconvenient.
And not only that, with a lot of these American companies trying to distribute, I've kind of stopped dealing with them because this isn't the first time where I've gotten a pre-order, they oversell, and then I'm screwed. It's happened to me with a Gojo figure and other stuff in the past. So it's just I now we rely on Spec Fiction, we rely on Zen Market, and Zen Market is going to be where y'all want to go to get these Storm collectibles.
Yeah, probably even buying them on Japanese Amazon might even be a fucking way to go.
Exactly.
I'm going to start looking into that.
So, anyways, next one.
Hi!
This is the one I'm the freaking happiest about. All right. I'm waiting for pre-orders. I need this in my life. We're probably going to need 2 of them because I'm going to want to snuggle my own while I sleep at night. I don't know. But, holy shit, they're finally making Gennets. Officially, too.
I don't even need to say anything, really.
No, you don't. So...
Hello, sir.
Hello, and god damn, he looks so good. When you see,
he's a really good looking statue.
He's such
he's another action figure.
He's an action figure.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. But he's a really good looking thing.
Yeah.
This is the best Gennets I have seen. There is an unofficial expensive statue of him, and since it was unofficial, I passed on getting it, and also I did not care for the face.
Yeah.
This, though, boy, damn. You're right. We don't need to say anything. We don't. Anyway, okay, next picture.
Hey, look, K-Dash.
Hey, look, he doesn't have glasses on, and you can actually see his face. And yes, well, another good-ass looking face.
He's holding his glasses here, apparently, so...
Good.
But you get to see him with them off, and he looks really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, because basically everything K-Dash since 99, not including 99, but since 99, he's basically just had his glasses on the whole time, no matter what.
And there's one figure that I own from way back in the day where his and Kyo's faces do not look the best, but hey, I own those.
But it's literally from like 99.
Yes,
but I mean, like, I would imagine, I mean, do these ones usually come with alternate faces and stuff like that?
Yes.
So he probably has one.
He might.
With the shades,
he has one with his shades on.
The shades might even be able just to be put onto the face, right?
Oh yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, he will likely have an alternate.
If you are not familiar with Storm collectibles, you get like 100 pieces per figure. Okay, yeah. Like
two to three heads,
you get 2 to 3 heads. You got like 20 hands and arms for a Orochi. Terry came with like 2 different heads, 2 different style ponytails to put on like different poses. Came with a stand, came with Knuckle, came with all these little effects.
Like Terry comes with like actual power wave effects.
Yes, he comes with the power wave effect. Like they put in work with detail and how much you get at the price you pay, which is $80 to $120 for certain figures. They kind of
don't feel like action figures because they come with enough stuff.
They really do. They really do. So that's one reason I really like Storm collectibles is because they put in all the little details so you get your money's worth.
No, but sold separately.
I mean, that's a whole nother figure.
That's a whole nother... that's an
add-on.
I mean, you needed the pre-order
it depends on where you're shopping.
Yeah.
That was their DLC.
You could get one of those, like, chopstick holders that's just butt cheeks sitting out there.
Oh, my God.
Or even the mouse pads, honestly.
Yeah,
right?
perfect.
There you go.
All right, so now let's move on to Papa Parade and see what they're up to. Oh, my God, she's so freaking cute. Look at her. This is the epitome of Mai. This is Mai to me. This is how I tried to be every time I put on her costume, all right? Like, it's not just a sexy statue just sitting there with a pretty alluring face. No, she's happy, eyes wide, mouth open, screaming Nippon Ichi. It has her little hip to the side, showing hips, you know, waving her fan at you. Like, this is the epitome of Mai and her personality. Like, and this is only going to be around $40.
Yeah, it might
for this figure.
It might be all the way up to 60 now, depending on. But
I mean, how big is it?
Yeah.
Okay, you know the Street Fighter 6 Collector's Edition?
Yeah.
Those are Pop-Up Parade figures.
Yeah, so this, what you're looking at right now is Pop-Up Parade's version of Mai. And
I deeply love Pop-Up Parade as a line, and I own exactly none of them at this moment, which bums me out.
I prefer this over the Bishoujo Mai. Because this is a solid Mai figure. Like I said, her personality shines through the face, and it's not the same face reused for a different figure. So there's that too. Anyway.
But yeah, I really like Pop-Up Parade, and the fact is, like, a lot of the time they seem very much like they're at the very least equivalent quality to statues like twice their fucking price.
Yep.
They're by far, hands down, the best bang for buck on these figures.
Yep.
Which also means, though, that you better get them when they fucking get announced.
I mean, the Kim and the Luke are really nice, too.
Yeah, and Papa Parade, they keep them all that size.
Yeah, but they kind of have, like, limited print runs, and so when certain ones get sought after, they skyrocket real quickly. The reason I don't own one is because the ones I want became more desirable, so I can't afford them anymore.
Yeah, some are like $200-300 now. It's ridiculous. Again, like with Storm sells out really quick. These sell out really, really quick. Get your pre-orders when you can, okay?
Yeah, because otherwise you're not paying retail value. It's not happening.
At all. This is
the first time I ever saw the Cammy and Chun-Li, they were $100 each.
Jesus. Okay.
They are not that at retail.
I didn't even know they made a Cammy and a Chun. Oh, I think I.
You did? Yeah, we talked about them.
Yeah. I remember them now.
It's the Figure Arts Terry issue all over again. Same with JoJo's. Figure Arts JoJo's, Figure Arts Terry. Good effing luck. Good luck.
You ever try to buy the D-Art Zero?
Sucker. Anyway, all right, next photo. So, if you guys didn't know, Shut up. If you guys didn't know by now, there has been a life-size Mai Shiranui statue that was announced back in 2020. I'm sorry, 2021. And so were the pre-orders. And now, this year, she's finally coming this way. So people that I know who have ordered her, one of them has finally got her, and a good friend of mine, Lewis, he has the life-size Mai in his living room in his SNK collectible awesome figure museum. We'll talk about that more later.
Yeah, it's much better to call it a museum at this point than a shrine anymore. It's too big to call it anything other than a museum.
And I'm not gonna say who else has one. The life-size Mai on pre-order. We'll cover that in a different show. But if the first life-size Mai wasn't enough, they straight said no. Let's fucking make another one because it sold so well. And they straight up went with the SNK Heroines cow bikini costume. This is a life-size Mai. She's 6 foot something again, and they just had to do the SNK Heroines cow costume. Like, really?
Dude, the look on James's face when he began to process that.
I'm
trying to figure out who this was the whole time.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, the fan in her left hand didn't help.
I mean, the fan was like, I was like, why is Mai dressed like a devil? Like, why does she look like Devil Jin?
Now reevaluate that tail.
Yeah, like, I thought it was more like Beelzebub kind of thing.
Man of culture. When's the milk t-shirt, Mai? That's the right fucking answer. Cultured.
I have always wanted to cosplay that version of her.
Like,
so
dude, I would wear that shirt.
Dude, it's just like, you know, you make a Mai statue, a life-size Mai statue, and it's the Mai statue, and you're like, that's cool. It's a collectible.
That's beautiful. But
now you make a cow costume, and that's like, now when you see that, that's just like, dude, that's excessive. Like,
I can't put that in my house. All right.
You're just kind of like, okay.
Other Mai I can put in my house, but this is what bothers me so much. I'm very happy that the first life-size Mai sold out and did a great job. So they're like, cool, let's keep making life-size figures. Stop making Mai figures. We don't need 50,000 million Chun-Li and Mai figures.
How often do I have to say it? Don't blame the companies. Blame the consumers for keeping buying them.
No Mai, no buy, dude.
Enough with the no Mai, no buy, because not everybody is buying every single figure. There's a reason why. And a lot of these figures are just sitting around collecting dust at warehouses because people are like, shit, we bought too many Mai figures.
I'm gonna say, shout out to that company for saying, fuck this shit, we're making Yamazaki. Yes!
Okay, anyways, first off,
not everything needs to be Mai.
Not everything needs to be Mai.
Also, stop making Evangelion figures, seriously.
All right, that goes up there with Mai and Chun-Li and Morgan, all right? Enough with making all those fucking figures. Stop for a minute and realize what people want. If you are gonna keep going with SNK Heroines, why the fuck was this not Hyder and Leona? I would even go with Cat Bikini Leona, but Hyder and Leona.
Sexy Hyder and Leona would have been the choice.
Mai has 2 other really cute costumes. Like, again, they forget females with money want to collect this shit too, but I'm not doing this one.
Well,
even my friend who has the life-size Mai in his living room right now is like, I'm not getting that. Why that?
I just had to bite my tongue.
All right, yeah, hard. You did, and I'm glad you did. But now people are realizing that, hey, they want life-size figures. Of course we do. There's like every single character of One Piece that are life-size figures. You got all the Dragon Ball life-size figures. Rest in peace to that Colleen, wherever she is, that I want to get my hands on life-size figure from Street Fighter V.
I mean, it's interesting because, you know, the past few years, they really have been going crazy with all these figures and stuff. And, like, now it's starting to kind of make sense when I think about this whole KOF revamp project and all the... It's almost like they were kind of ramping up to it, you know.
KOF...
I really want to know what their brain-elating up to.
KOF is here to stay. Is here again. Anyways, because these life-size statues of KOF characters are gaining so much popularity, next... Okay, there's one more, yeah, same prototype, okay. We are getting life-size Iori.
I'm not a fan of the base, but the statue.
No, the base is amazing. Okay, go to the next photo. Go to the next photo. Thankfully, you can order my and Iori from our friends at Spec Fiction pre-order for the life-size statues. Look at this man. I need this. I want this. He's again as big as the Mai, 6 feet something. Next photo.
He's actually probably bigger than the Mai because he's taller than her.
The stand is glorious, and I am going to tell you why. Olaf pointed out the details, which is really, really sick. So we're going to show those details. Next photo. There's the back again.
That's the last one.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'm sorry. Go back. I thought I had a close-up. Look real close at the bottom display.
Yeah, actually, if you can zoom in on the base at all.
If you can zoom in, I'd appreciate that without it getting too funky or getting mad at you.
Beautiful.
All right. This is really sick because you've got the Orochi symbol bleeding through those rocks, and you have the Magatama embedded in the rocks. That's hot.
I guess I just would have liked something a little more like
you want a saxophone?
Like, no, it's just like when you display it, like, this is kind of like gruesome looking, you know, in a way, you know what I mean? Like
it's kind of grungy.
Not grungy, but it's just like...
I mean, it just looks like spray paint to me.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, like, it looks like an eyeball over there.
Yeah, that's the Magatama.
Yeah,
that's
the
that little
Magatama.
bead. It's a bead.
If you zoom in on it more, that's his sacred treasure.
Okay.
So that's his sacred treasure.
I thought that was an eyeball in like some big Resident Evil monster or something like that.
No, I mean again his
just
flames.
Birkin grabbing out like hey.
His flames are purple. They wanted to match that. If you go up to his face and look at his flames, he's actually got a mix of like Orochi flame in there and the purple and everything. So this is just evil badass Iori, not like
this is olden days Iori.
Yeah, this is old hardcore Iori. So you know he's not giving kittens milk. It would be really funny if the cat and the milk was there.
I mean that was still actually pretty similar era.
Yeah, but again, he's got different moods, and this is definitely that mood.
Yeah, he's already murdered Vice and Mature, so you know.
There you go. I will add a cat with a milk carton. I will. I'll just put it right there. But absolutely. This is how you start making life-size figures, okay? We got the hot chick to start the funding the project. Cool. Now let's make the dudes.
Yeah, and I mean, and going with Iori I think is a fine choice because he's basically going to be the universal like best batting average choice.
Yes.
Well, I mean, what is he? He's like like you've mentioned before. He's super popular in Japan and everything.
China,
and Southeast Asia.
And Southeast Asia. He's just a huge love right
and then
there.
he's still really popular over here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and especially like in Mexico, he's like in the top 5.
Yeah, so you know, I wouldn't be surprised if a few cartel people have a life-size Iori in their drug mansions. So
just imagine like Scarface with this in his entryway.
And you walk up, Rick, what is that? Say hello to my little friend.
Oh my god. I mean, I would. Jeez, I would. You see some of these.
I mean, like, if you guys ever owned a mansion, you would have all the life-size statues in the entryway.
You damn right. No, they'd just be all over the house. There'd be some by the huge fireplace, and there'd be at least 1 or 2 greeting you in the lobby.
Yeah, see, my problem is that I would actually get one custom made and then unpainted. It would just be out in the fountain in the front.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we wanted. We wanted Jotaro and Star Platinum to be like a fountain.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we talked about that a while
I do also
ago.
think though now like doing a fountain in the front with an Orochi statue just hovering above it would.
We can't have the whole house SNK because as much as we love SNK, we still need JoJo things.
Yes, of course.
There's gonna be 1 or 2 Sailor Moon things out there.
Oh man, can you imagine having a Star Platinum gargoyle, just looking down on people?
Well, this is why I wanted the fountain.
Dope.
It would be a beautiful fountain with Jotaro, pointing and Star Platinum, and then like all the water spraying around them.
Yeah.
It'd be so sick. Anyways,
power finger.
This is why we're broke and have no money. Because if we did, it'd be gone. It'd be like a $30 million house.
Yeah, I mean, I've joked. It's a good thing I don't have money, because if I had money, I wouldn't have money.
If I had money, I would have things. Yep.
And then we'd have to sell them along with the house.
If I had money, I'd be broke.
Oh, man.
We need to play that lotto. Anyway, that billion Powerball. Why not? Anyways,
why not?
That was it for all of my coverage over the last few weeks with what's been going on SNK merch. So now we're gonna move on to another fun little goodie. Like I mentioned before, our buddy Lewis is also a SNK lover and a hardcore collector. He's been collecting as long as the both of us, and we were lucky enough to go finally up to his place for his birthday. So happy belated birthday again. Thank you for having us. It was an awesome party. But we did finally get to go see the collection. And
that's a whole other presentation.
That's a whole nother presentation that the SNKronize show is going to do. And this is why I'm not even looking up the tweets right now to show you what he has. I'm saving it for when we do our coverage of his beautiful displays, quote unquote, the museum.
So Japan 2 shows from now.
Yes, Japan 2 shows from now. I think I could squeeze it in. Anyway, it was really cool hanging out with Lewis and the family, and also shout outs to Romance being there and getting to visit with him. But the great thing about us and Lewis is we have obscure stuff that we've collected over the past 30 years. And he was very gracious to give us some of the extras that we've never seen before. And what we have right here...
Shit, it's fucking wild.
This is so wild. We did not know these existed. He wanted to know what they were. We did a little bit of digging while we were there, you know, during the celebration. And we found these. And... yeah. Do you want to show the one that you have first?
I think this is the better one to show first. So go ahead and let me see. Yeah, show this one first. Show this one first.
Wait, this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So these are legitimately from 1992, mind you.
This is merchandise from 1992. These were Sega prizes.
Whoa.
Yeah, that we are guessing are from either UFO catcher machines or like, Neo Geo Land,
or maybe like the flat gotchas or something like that.
Yeah, the flat like push out gotchas. Yeah, you know, just or even Kuji. Who knows?
Odds are these were from a Neo Geo Land.
Yeah,
odds are
highly likely these came from Neo Geo because again, Sega Arcades, Neo Geo Land. It's all
definitely not Kuji. It
wasn't a Kuji, but check this shit out. This is so 90s, you guys. These are those really cool 3D images where you have to stare at it.
Magic eye.
Yeah, the magic eye
pictures.
And if you look, I'll scoot up as much as I can. If you guys can try to see what it says, I'm not gonna hint, but there is definitely a message in here.
I mean, nobody's gonna be able to magic eye it from there.
It is in Japanese, so that makes it even more tricky.
Yeah, the 3D image is a kanji.
Right.
Yes, it is a kanji. So if you guys can figure it out, or if you can see it at all.
It's like I said, I don't think you can do it from the screen like that. I mean, it was with the glare and all that stuff.
No,
there's not how magic eye works.
There's not enough detail to sync up that.
Right.
It's really cool. I'll post a picture of it later so you guys can try to figure it out. Yes, of course.
Have you guys, I mean, are you guys good at magic eye?
Yeah, we found it.
Yeah, and then so that one, you know, we know is actual like magic eye 3D dot picture. It does kanji. This one, however, is actually those characters. And once you do it, it actually has them pop up in their field of depth.
Oh, yeah, cool. So this one's field of depth, and you have to stare at it long enough in order to get the figures to do so. It's really neat looking when you can do it. Like I said, I will post pictures of these on the SNKronize Twitter so you guys can see it better.
Okay. I mean, I can see the kanji. I just don't know what it is. So.
Well, Denzel has it right. It's gonna be tiger for Robert.
Yeah, it's gonna be tiger, and gotcha. Like I'll put these so you can see all the different images with the close-ups of like all the other prizes that you could get. But those are the other ones.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see. If you can actually get the characters right. But I can't do this because the characters I have covered on this one, so.
Yeah, Rio looks a little Kenish because his hair is all flowing in that photo, but that is Rio.
This is a wide distance magic eye puzzle here. This one's rough here.
That one takes forever. That one took me forever. This one I got right away. So they're a little tricky. They're a little tricky, but.
Yeah, I'm actually not even positive this one is for
yeah, but I can't. Like I said, you'd have to take this one out to do it because these guys.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
I managed to get it just because I lined up their faces, and that was enough.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, so it's really great being friends with other SNK collectors because we all get to share and show each other what we got. And then we pull out hey, have you seen these before? Do you know what this is? Like,
yeah, it was super fun doing it too, because like some of them are like, hey, this is cool, and I was like, oh my god, you have that. Like,
but I'm guessing he still doesn't have the little acrylic Mary then, huh?
I didn't see any of the ones in that set actually.
Oh dang, okay.
But yeah, it's just like because we can definitely teach each other bits of history. Of like, oh yeah, this is this thing with all this detail, and he's like, oh crap. Hey, look at this thing. Oh, shit, what's that? Oh, it's this. And we were just, like, comparing historic notes and shit. It was
kind
awesome.
of funny.
It was a really good time, and I can't wait to go back and waste, like, all day just looking and talking and showing SNK stuff. This is really, really cool. This is, again, like you were saying, once you're an SNK fan, you're just a diehard, all right? It's happened for so long, you don't even realize it. Because, again, this stuff is from the 90s. We all have a bunch of posters and wall scrolls and promo things, and we've all come together as friends, and we get to share all this with each other. And again, thank you so much for just giving us these gifts. This is awesome. Again, thank you so much, Lewis. We appreciate you, and I can't wait to have you on the show for showing the ultimate collection. Anyways, I have to go and leave you two to talk Hinako and fun tech stuff because Little Rock Howard is downstairs. By himself. It's been 2 hours. I promised him I'd only stay like an hour. But
at this point, it's more like an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah, and I don't want him being all scared or anything. So I gotta go downstairs and tend to the boy. But wonderful being back on the show. Love and miss you guys. Y'all have fun. Maybe take a break or something, but you guys have fun talking.
I don't think we'll run it too long.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of Hinako sumo jokes, but I'll save them for later. See you guys.
All right, I'm gonna squeeze in. Yeah.
I can squeeze in a little too then.
Hey, all right. So yeah, Hinako was officially revealed on Tuesday, and it's great. So now we can actually talk about her.
Yeah.
You can think about what I just said however you like.
Yeah. No more worry about spoilers.
Yeah, because now there's nothing else that may have been leaked or mined or anything. So you know, I don't have to tell quite as many people to shush.
Yep.
So yeah, Hinako was actually revealed, and I will not be surprised if, James, you have never seen this character in game before.
I think I have.
Okay.
I know I've seen the character in like combo videos and stuff like that.
That would do it. That would do it.
So
yeah.
Random, those Orochanagi combo videos and stuff like that. So.
So yeah, like there's a lot of people. Hinako, I think, has a little bit of like the Sagat syndrome of everyone wanted Sagat to come back because they got free wins with him. Not that they actually cared about Sagat. Now there are real Hinako fans out there. I'm not like throwing too much shade, just a little bit. But
but one thing I want to mention, obviously, all we got was the teaser trailer.
Correct.
So we just basically, I can play it's 50 seconds long, not even that long, right? So
yeah.
So if we just do this real quick here.
KOF 15. Hinako 史上
緒に相撲をやりませんか?
There you go, the last character.
And winter, so that's some point. Personally, I'm big on the music choice there.
Okay.
Getting the remix of her team theme stuff. Pretty
now,
nice.
What's her story? Is she just a little girl who just became a fan of sumo and decided to study sumo?
Pretty much.
And even though she can't really, she's not like...
She doesn't look the part.
Right,
but she will throw you like a motherfucker.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
It's just a, I don't know.
No, because remember, Duelon came with a balance patch. That's all that meant.
Yeah. So yeah, Hinako is a sumo wrestler, essentially, but obviously the against type kind of joke kind of thing. Right? So, I mean, obviously, I know she's really good in one of the previous games, and people hate fighting her, etc.
Yeah, she's completely fucking horseshit.
But, I mean, is she supposed to be kind of like one of those humorous kind of...
She's hilarious and adorable.
Okay.
Like, I have my, like, PTSD biases and everything. Oh, dear Christ. But... No, she's hilarious.
Okay.
And she's adorable, and I do enjoy her. I definitely messed around with her in, like, every game she's in except for O2UM, because I really just did not want to deal with that shit. And O2UM has, like, a million fucking characters. Like, you could just play whoever you want and still not have enough space in your team. And so I didn't pick up Hinako in that game, and she's fucking ludicrous, and I hate her. But no, she's great. She's fine.
Did any of the home versions of KOF ever have anything completely wild, like a 10v10 mode or anything like that? Like, that would act just for fun, you know? People, you get to pick 10 characters on your team.
Dude,
and just
most of the games don't even let you have an alternate version where you pick 3 of the same character.
Oh, right.
Which is a shame.
But I think that would be hilarious. Just like have a whole 10v10 mode. Yeah. And maybe make it so you can't even use the same characters, right? Have that kind of
fucking
thing.
Run it like draft mode.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think that would be hilarious because then you could actually like counter pick and then just have all your favorite characters. And since it's on the home version, it really doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, but they'd also have to build a whole new UI just for order select.
True. But I mean, you shouldn't have to pick the character ahead of time. It's like after the fight over, your remaining character pick, just like a little ding, 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 pick, and that way you can try to counter pick and stuff like that, or be like, shoot, I have no more meter. Let me pick one of these characters instead. You know, like I think that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, you'd still have to design a whole thing.
Yeah, of course.
So anyways, so she's a bruiser grappler, as every sumo character basically winds up being. Surprisingly mobile, has some fucking horse shit, has a lot of, like, in O2UM especially, she had moves with, like, disjointed hitboxes and hurt boxes, and, like, command grabs, like, fucking invul or low profile, and then, like, all you need to do is just, like, look up any video of, like, combos of her and just watch her get, like, back turn combos into these fucking 4-hit target combos.
Put up a video, right? And he just basically got bodied by a Hinako.
Yeah.
And he was
you can't screw up once against that character, because then you just get into the decade-long combo, which, the thing is...
How much is the back turn combos, like, take into account when they designed the games back then? Like, were they designed in a way that they knew, like, this character would be particularly strong against back turn, or... You know, or was it just, we built the characters, and if this works back turn, oh well, you know?
Pretty sure it's an oh well, because Duelon had infinites off of it in 03, and it's like, it's not something that ever really got fixed until just later games.
Right. I mean, they don't even have back turn combos anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
So, as I pointed out, like, I made a post just talking about, like, people like myself who would be pissed terrified of Hinako coming back. Just made, like, here are reasons to not be so worried about Hinako.
Okay.
And one of them is that there aren't back turn combos in this game. The only hit that actually has any back turn effect is the initial, like, cross-up jump in.
Right. I mean, I could just show that to you in a clip real quick.
Do it. Do it.
It's easy access.
Yeah, do it.
I know where to find it, you know what I mean? So
yeah, because she just has these, like, wild chains and links and oops. And then the thing is about them, too, is that, like, you could just do a Marvel reset and like, hey, you know, this combo may or may not kill or may not expire. Oh, time to get grabbed now, or time for an overhead you weren't expecting, time to die.
Hang on a second, let me just get this onto the screen for you guys. So his tweet was basically, oh no, 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 basically.
Yeah.
And this, he was fighting a Hinako, and then this happened, basically.
That's that ass.
Woo! Bro, what the hell? What? Oh my god, I'm done.
Also, friendly
Good
reminder.
games, good games, GG's.
Friendly reminder, that game does not have combo damage scaling.
GG's.
Oh god! Oh man.
Yeah, again, I do believe it was 11 was the first KOF to have damage scaling.
Okay.
So, yeah, that
I mean, that's why KOF 95 had just like those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you died. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that's part of the factor there. So yeah, the application of damage scaling in combos is going to prevent her from being quite as threatening.
Right.
No backturn combos, you don't get quite as much shit like that. But then it's also like we're in a modern era of game design. They're going to try to prevent some of that silly shit. And then also every DLC character for the past year except for Sylvie has been trash.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, and the track record with KOF 15 DLC.
Yeah, I mean, calling them all trash is a bit of an exaggeration.
But that's how it feels.
But
right?
I've literally said that nobody since the Geese Howard team, nobody since they launched has done anything to the meta except Sylvie on launch. Ever since then. So that's the entirety of Orochi CYS, Team Samurai, Kim, Shingo, Sylvie, Genitz, Naj, Duelon. Only Sylvie.
Not even Naj, huh?
Nope, did not affect the meta. She's fine.
So I mean, what? So it was the Southtown team. So in other words, Geese and Yamazaki at least were doing decently.
Yeah, Geese and Yamazaki have been considered playable/strong since they debuted, basically.
Okay. By the way, I saw a tier list and they put Robert really low. Is he actually bad now?
I have no idea. I haven't actually seen anybody use him. I think it's probably just one of those things that like he doesn't do enough on his own. Right. He doesn't have this, that, and the other, and you could just play a good character. Like play Rock or Iori.
I thought Robert was always really strong, so I was just surprised to see him down there. That's all. Anyways,
but yeah, so she's really problematic. But odds of her actually being horrendously problematic in this build pretty slim.
Right, and
like
they might be just a little bit too wary, like like we're saying.
I mean, right now, like my bigger thing is like I'm really torn. Do I want her to be fucking bullshit? Because at least someone gets to be good in the DLC off the bat. Or am I so bitter, I'm like, no, you don't get to dodge that bullet. Right. You have to suck too.
Right. Oh, man.
Janae was dog shit before Southtown patch. Janae fucking sucked before that patch. Geese came out with a balance patch, and it made Janae fucking good. And yeah, Gato got a little kneecapped, though. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just talking about, like, on launch. Basically, Geese is actually, like, the last good character until Sylvie. Like, Orochi CYS is fine. Like, Orochi Yashiro is actually pretty fucking good. He's one of the better grapplers in the game. But you could play the best grappler in the game, leaving him completely not impacting the meta.
Who is the best grappler in the game?
Right now, it's a toss-up between Shermie and Clark. Yeah, and I think it's actually universally Clark now.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's actually become universal.
Yeah, that same tier list had Clark way up there. So.
Most people put Clark as top 10 right now. Most. Clark's always been really good. He just barely gets these little feather touches, and things that beat him keep getting nerfed.
Right. I think that's the main thing, is that he isn't getting nerfed, but all the stronger characters are.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same reason why people suddenly realize that Mary's good in the game.
Right.
Because, like, oh, Cronin isn't the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, well, now she can play the game, allegedly. Like, no, she was fucking fine already. Whatever. Right. But yeah. So it's just one of those like power vacuum things. When the top tier character gets taken down a notch, characters that they like deleted suddenly can become really high tier.
Yep.
With no other changes.
Again, balance is an environment. It's an ecosystem. And
Yep. I mean, I love quoting Seth Killian.
Yeah.
If you nerf Ryu's crouching medium kick by 1 frame, suddenly Ibuki's the best character in the game. What?
I mean, you add the frogs to Australia to kill all those locusts, and then the frogs take over, right?
Yeah.
It's the way it works. So.
Yeah, I mean, and there's actually multiple ecosystems in the world at this moment going through that problem.
Yeah.
There's like, what is it? It's like down in like the bayous of like Florida or Georgia or something. People in basically international cartels and stuff were bringing over a particular fish, and they were storing the fish in the rivers. But they're an invasive species. So now that fish's natural ecosystem is all but gone, completely taken over by the Southeast Asian fish.
Right, yeah.
That doesn't belong there.
Sucks.
Yeah, and it's like an aggressive, murderous fish, I might add. I don't remember which one it is exactly. It was like one of the, like a gar or one of the other snakeheads or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, so Clark's super good, but a lot of that's more just the characters are taken down a notch. Shermie got nerfed and moved up in tier.
I mean, that's what happened with Kyo when he became top 3, right?
I mean, yes, but because I still think that one of his nerfs is a passive buff by mistake.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking about the safe up kicks that he used to have. They nerfed that, and I was like, oh my god, that's rough. And then he became top 3, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, fuck it then. Yeah. And I mean, also, I do think that part of it was just Kyo players downplaying him anyway.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, it's just one of those. I mean, again, like, I've talked about it way too many times over the past few weeks. People really overvalued Launch Vanessa. I'm not saying she wasn't crazy good, but she's not even as good as Kula was in the next patch.
Right, yeah. I mean, her biggest problem was just that...
Mash 2B.
Yeah, it was Mash 2B, and then also it was just that thing where fighting in characters that are strong in a way that's repetitive is really annoying. I mean, Honda's not even considered strong in Street Fighter 6 right now, but it's just at first you came out was Doskoi, body, butt slam, Doskoi.
Yeah, it's not fun.
And when you fought Vanessa, it was everything led to that same combo, and you're in the corner, and let's go.
But I mean, that's the problem though, is that they nerfed her 2B. She took the global nerf to 2B.
Right,
and lost her combo reps.
Right, yeah, exactly. They overdid it, for sure,
yeah. And even now, I'm not even convinced that she would be in the top 10 in her launch incarnation. I'm actually convinced she's not. She would be like maybe in the high tier.
Right, yeah.
Like the top of everyone else, maybe the high tier, because she's still never reversal.
Yeah.
But, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter now. She's fine now, finally. After a fucking year and a half of being dog shit.
Kind of be the same of like trying to give Kimberly back her Odi Tatsu. Anyway.
About that. Yeah, because I mean, it's also funny because like Vanessa was total fucking dog shit in 14. And she was like barely playable in 11 based on her leader super. Which was a custom combo that led to an infinite, which then just got tournament rules around the infinite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You couldn't do it?
You can do 5 reps. Then you have to change your combo or do something else.
Yeah, because Vanessa was
11 Vanessa's fucking awesome.
Super popular combo video character. Because I used to see combo videos with her, and I just would watch them like, these are all just infinites, aren't they? You know, and she would just do infinites.
In 14?
I don't remember. No, it was way before then. It was 2D Vanessa.
Yeah. I mean, so Vanessa has infinite legitimately in 11. And then she just has like excessively long combos in like 02.
Right, exactly.
Probably has a true infinite in 2000. I can't remember. Yeah. And 01, because fucking 01, everyone is 01 is like the X-Men vs Street Fighter KOF. Just everything's fucking broken. Whatever.
Right.
The fucking mess. And then Angel is Colossus, basically. And then there's just a bunch of combos that only work on her because she's fucking broken.
Right.
But whatever. But yeah, so the patch, like, I mean, if you could bring it up, just bring up a random fucking tier list. Like, just point out some, like, interesting things that have developed.
Like who?
I don't know. I mean, Free NL would be one we could theoretically look at. I don't think Shanghai has one out yet. or at least not since like the first 3 days. Oh yeah, actually, let's talk about Genets. I cannot fucking believe... Okay, so, you know, like, Freenel sometimes has some hot fucking takes, so we're just gonna get that out there. Like, we're not taking this as the word by any means. Okay. But it's just, like, a little bit interesting to look at. This is gonna be our baseline for just chatting about how the balance patch affected things.
Right.
So, let's look at this for a little bit. Everyone thinks Genets is really good.
Yeah, he has him up in S.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, that's a fucking 20 character S tier. So, and it's, I mean, it's like his S minus. Like, do you really think all of those characters are significantly better than K-Dash, Kyo, and Iori? I don't know about that. That seems kind of weird. But, I digress. Yeah, I mean, on the first glance, I thought Genets was like, oh, this is neat. This is nice to have. Yeah, he's pretty good now. He's fine. Dude, there are people who put him in top 10.
Really? Maybe try to go check out some match footage with the character, you know, see what people are doing.
I still don't understand how people are running him anchor. People are running him fucking anchor. I don't think he's reliable enough to be safe at that, but goddamn, he touches you. You do die. You do die a lot, and he can keep himself relatively safe, but I think he's taking advantage of matchup knowledge.
But, I mean, oh god, Najd is actually not strong, huh?
I think that's a bit of a stretch, but it's also, like, I really don't think Cronin and Janae are so bad you put them in Darlie tier.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of sus going on in that section.
I don't remember which one. I saw one that was put together by... It was like a bunch of the Japanese players, or...
I mean, you could check, like, Abao, see if, like, maybe he might have retweeted it or something, or been part of it.
What's Abao's Twitter?
I mean...
Because, yeah, Abao's going to be hard to search for.
Yeah, so. I mean, try, like, because I think sponsor is Kron Abao.
Just do this. There he is.
Yeah,
right here.
Abao 014.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see if he does any.
That's funny.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do the cheap shit. KOF 15 tier. And latest. Oh, Wowdy posted one. That would be one that's not horrific to look at.
Porfirio. What's Wowdy's
Speedy on Noita.
What's his Twitter?
Speedy on Noita. SPIID.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I do not speak that language, so I probably just butchered the pronunciation.
What language is it?
Some
Finland?
Finnish.
Okay,
That's some sort of Finnish or something else up there.
What date did he post it?
It's like 1 day old.
Oh, this one here.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah.
Putting Isla as the best character in the game.
I think this is the one that I saw, actually.
Reasonable. Yeah.
This might have been the one that I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, what makes Issa so strong now? Just,
everything that beat her got removed. She barely got even feather touched by this patch.
Yeah, okay.
And so she has basically everything she had even at Evo.
Yeah, I think this was the one because see how low Robert is. I was actually surprised by that. But he has Cronin and Janae down here as well, so... I
find that really surprising because he plays a good Janae too. But also puts Genets down there. But also that is still fucking A- tier.
Yep.
So...
True. Yeah,
And he plays Angel. I'm surprised he put Angel that low. Yeah, I mean, it's also like Whip is that low. But look at like the power gaps here. Like Rock is an A center tier. Wow.
Right. I mean, he only.
Dude, I still think Vanilla Chris is trash. I definitely would put him in that tier myself. Just barely better than Darlie tier. Yeah.
But
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Orochi Chris is down there, but
maybe he got him backwards.
they both belong in that next tier up, really.
But Darlie and Dualon are
Darlie, Dualon, Billy being all there, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Dude, she's so... It's one of those things, like, if she gets to play the game, she can do some amazing shit. Problem is, she fucking can't. It's like, she's part knowledge check character, but also, like, just don't respect her. Just fucking mash jab. You'll stuff everything she wants to do. She has some really cool setups I've been finding. And just mash a DP, who cares? Yeah, she's just really bad, and she can't make mistakes. Which is really fun when you give her, like, a 2-frame window on your jump-in combos. Yeah, or she has to trade 100+ damage on.
So someone asked, the most agreeable list, except I don't know what happened to Isla to make her busted. And he just says, I just think she's one of the most solid anchors to play as now, and has super good matchup spread in this patch. And she didn't really get any noticeable nerfs who are affecting her gameplay. So yeah, basically saying, yeah, she's just solid.
Yeah. She has no problems. She was already considered super good, and everyone who's above her got nerfed except maybe, like, you know, Hydern, who's still fucking stupid.
Right, and one of the good things, too, is, I mean, people have been saying this is, like, the best balanced state of the game so far. So yeah. It is the situation where the best character is best, but not, like...
Doesn't have a favorite flavor of glue.
Yeah. Isn't like, you're not going to see... The Cronin anchors, you know, of old.
Yeah, I mean, we're still probably... We're going to see some of it stabilize in the next month or two, I'm sure. Like, we're probably going to see a lot more Hydern on point. We'll probably see more Isla anchor. And then the second string is just to taste. I did see one tier list recently that actually put Kukri in, like, top 5 outright. And he's even a character I've been thinking about picking up because I just want an anchor.
He has Kim Capwan really high up. So
Kim got the one thing he needed.
Anti-fireball, basically. But but on launch he was not. He didn't affect the meta, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because he's kind of like stubby and janky and loses to fireballs.
Right.
They fixed that. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. We're like Hydern on point is fucking ridiculous. So there's probably going to be a little bit more of that.
Actually, this might not have been the list, because I remember the list that I saw also had Elizabeth really low, which was surprising to me.
That's actually pretty much consensus.
Really?
It's basically that she still didn't get back what she would need to be super strong. Okay. And her new toys are super cute, but they're too conditional. So she doesn't have a way to, like, dominate anything like she used to. I'm personally really happy seeing Rugal at the halfway point of tier lists or higher. Like, good for him. Because he got some fucking sauce, dude. Right. I'm still baffled by some of the shit in this game, though. I've been joking with a lot of people of like, alright, so Halomaru is still pretty fucking trash. Billy's still fucking trash. Darlie's fucking trash. Whip's fucking good. Like, there's not even the consistency in weapon users must be bad. Whip's ridiculous. And has, like, the best DP of all of them.
He put him in specialist category.
So I think that's fair. You can't just pick her up and play her.
Right, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so, like, even this is, like, it's a little fuzzy where it's, like, this character, it doesn't even tell you, like, this character is just as good as them, but you have to be really good with them. Because what if you're a fucking Kyo specialist? Doesn't that mean you just shit on everyone?
Right.
You know, because that's the thing about, like, character specialists, and it's, like, something nobody wants to hear, is if you're a specialist in an obscure character, it just means that you know the matchup and no one else does.
I mean, sometimes. I also do think, though, like, for example, the Snake Eyes thing, right? I don't know if Snake Eyes could play Ken and just dominate, you know what I mean? You know, kind of thing. I do think that there is sometimes a good marriage between player and character.
No, of course, but it's just like if a person had dedicated that same time in a different way, or like, who's to say that being a specialist of a top tier is any actually different than being a specialist of a bottom tier? Okay. It's just that, like, sometimes you can still win. Conversely, Clockwork was the best Strider Doom player in the world, and, like, sometimes couldn't even top 8.
Yeah.
Like, being a specialist of something isn't always the best thing. Like, it's good, and you might get some advantage out of it, or, like, yeah, like, one of my favorites was, there was a fucking Bowser in Melee who did some wild shit, and you just hear his, like, Yipes level commentary talking over his own match. It's like, yeah, you didn't know Bowser could do that. It's fucking awesome. I mean, like, I know more about playing Mary than almost any character in this game. I'm still gonna get my ass handed to me by just a better player who doesn't probably play Mary.
Right.
You know, it's just my best character. You have to make sure you're making up for all deficiencies, and sometimes the tier list is still going to be a deficiency that hits you.
Oh, no, the tier list, of course, is a massive thing. Massive thing. I mean, tier lists basically tell you just how much extra work that you're going to have to do, and that sometimes your loss isn't your fault.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically what it comes down to.
Now, there is one character, actually, I will put into the argument of, I don't know, this might actually be relevant. It's fucking Entail. Because, like, Entail is, like... is almost like Sentinel, where out of the box this character is fucking terrible. But you get a specialist, someone who really knows how to play them, and it looks like they're just playing a totally different character.
Right.
And like you watch really good Entail players, and they are everywhere. They are nowhere. You don't know what they're doing. Shit, I'm not sure they know what they're doing. And then, oops, you're dead.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of characters like that. I mean, Dalsum is really on the come up in Street Fighter 6 right now.
Good.
He's another one of those characters. You know
What was that quote? We don't know if he's good or not, so that means he's good.
Well, he's on the come up at this point. Dalsum is starting to become a problem, and we all kind of knew it was going to happen eventually. So
it's a matter of time. Yeah, because even if somehow it wasn't true, they were going to buff him, and then we're all fucked. So. But...
I mean, my whole argument is just that he's a counter character, and so like you really gotta learn what the tendencies of everybody else is. Yeah. And so until everybody else gets good at their characters, it's hard for Dalsum.
Yeah, I mean, because like it or not, Street Fighter 6 is still in Discovery.
Yeah.
It's still very much in Discovery because there's a lot of shit going on. KOF is pretty much outside of Discovery at this point. We kind of know what we need to be doing.
Right.
But that's what makes, you know, these newer characters fun.
Right.
I spent, what, a whole month in denial that Dualon was dog shit? Because I was like, I think he might just be a specialist character like Entail. He's really janky. And no, he's fucking terrible.
Oh, no. So it just turned out he sucked. Okay.
He doesn't get to play the game, like, at all.
I mean, is it just been, like,
no, we have no idea if we're getting a Season 3.
Is it just kind of one of those things where really it's just, it seems like SNK is too scared to put in characters that are too strong?
I mean, and in grand scheme of things, it's probably better to have someone low tier and buff them rather than have them be busted tier and ruin the game.
Right, yeah.
Especially after last year where, you know, EVO Grand Finals was Kula, Janae, Cronin versus Kula, Cronin, Janae.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Yeah, it was a fucking mirror with one order change.
Okay.
And their last time at EVO before that was fucking 6 Genjuros in top 8.
Right, yeah.
It's better to be cautious and not have a pay-to-win, everyone's playing this goddamn character.
Yeah. Dude, Genjuro in Samurai Showdown was so dumb. Holy crap.
And the thing is that even throughout that year, he wasn't even the worst offender in the game. He was just the easiest one.
Right, yeah.
And so, like, if I feel confident that, you know, some of these characters are going to get buffed into a better state, cool. But the problem is also, because KOF's balance is so tight, that the higher tiers are a little more obvious. Like, I don't think Naj is bad by any means. I think she is perfectly fine and capable and a very interesting character and can totally work, even with her lack of having reversal. If she never got buffed or nerfed throughout the rest of this game's lifespan, I wouldn't actually be surprised. But that means she's relegated to not being competitive.
Right.
And that kind of sucks. But, you know, you start seeing shit like some of these characters where they get a Feather Touch buff and oops, crazy high tier. Feather Touch. It's really tricky, so I don't know. Like, you know, if we get another balance patch, it'd be nice to see Dualon be playable. It'd be nice to see the Samurais be playable.
Yeah, just don't make it so that their moves can get hit so easily, dude.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I would even take it if you keep their hurt box as dog shit, but let me have actual fucking jump-in combos.
Yeah.
I would take one or the other. I would prefer both, and then you just, like, retweak them accordingly. Because, yeah, Darlie probably doesn't need to be able to do 700 damage for a bar and a half if she gets real jump-ins.
Right, yeah, of course.
So, sure. But, I don't know. It's tricky. Oh, yeah, actually, there was one collectible that did get announced recently. I don't remember if we actually saw it on the show last time or not. The newest Kodo for KOF. Did we talk about it last time or not?
I can't remember now.
Well, so Kodo Bukiya surprised everyone. They also got the 2001 license, so they can make an Angel figure.
Oh.
So I'm pretty fucking stoked for that.
Okay. Yeah,
I
think Angel would work better with the Kodo Bukiya face than a lot of the other characters.
I mean, I'm hoping they keep her actually having kind of a derpy face, too. Where she's like, so that, like, they still have to put more work into her expression and face.
Right.
I'm down. I mean, and, like, I'm still waiting for the eventual Kodo Mary, because I'm gonna buy it, because Mary. But, you know, if I got my, like, runner-up choice out of nowhere, alright. Because they only announced that they had the Heroines and 98 UM license. And just suddenly 2001 character, alright. Sure. Yeah, if we could, like, if we or anyone could even do live testing balance changes, that would be pretty fucking dope. But I'm, like, I feel like it's easier to do in a MOBA because of the pacing and, like, of the game itself.
Right, yeah.
Like, if you were just, like, mid-combo and your heavy punch did double damage, like, that would be kind of awkward, and I'm not sure that would work smoothly. But, like, it also sucks having to fucking, like, close down the game, install the fucking Unreal packages, and then reboot the game and make sure that worked.
I think the other thing, too, is that fighting games are a lot more complicated than people think, right? Like, you know, I want to change this so the scaling isn't... And you're like, holy crap, like, I have to change, like, 900 things.
Well, I mean, even then, like, even if it's just a simple thing, like, buff the damage of heavy punch from 80 to 90. Alright, cool. That's fine. But most of the time, there's a lot of these ones of, like, shifting the hitbox and hurtbox.
Yeah,
And that shit sucks. Like, just look at, like, even Mugen characters. The amount of shit that goes into that.
Yeah, people... The balance is way harder than people think in fighting games, I think.
I mean, again, that Seth Killian comment. You know, it's one of those, like, I mean, let's look at that tier list right there. Like, there is a legitimate chance where if I nerf Isla, you're going to have not only the Sacred Treasures all go up into that tier, but you'd also get, like, Ramon climbs 2 tiers.
Right, Oh, God, I didn't even notice, that the Sacred Treasures are all just right there. Sacred Treasures and Benimaru.
Yeah, and so you're going to run into, like, shit like that. Like, or, like, you know, nerf all the zoners from that top tier plus Isla.
Right.
And watch how much the entire game would change.
Right. What? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I'm just talking about, like, bags under my eyes?
Maybe.
But anyway. I think that's it for the night. Because I don't think I have anything else at this very, very moment. But keep an eye on my Twitter and on the SNKronize Twitter.
No, these are black guys because I was fighting crime.
Because
no,
I definitely do have a Zen Market package on the way, and I was
cool.
really hoping it would arrive today, and it's supposed to arrive tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
And so I had some cool stuff I wanted to show everybody, but but other than that, I do want to give special shout-outs and everything to our friends at Spec Fiction Shop and at Zen Market, because I really like cool stuff. And they've helped me obtain cool stuff.
Right.
So, yeah. But yeah, so go to Zen Market and use our code and go buy cool stuff. Especially stuff from, like, you know, the Bam Bam Game Osaka. Or if you play Weiss Schwarz, you can buy cards from that just came out. Like some of the new KOF Weiss Schwarz cards. That'd be cool. Or there's the fact that in the next week or two, that KOF 98 gacha set with all the character moveset magnets.
Oh, yeah,
is supposed to be coming out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
okay.
I'm watching that shit like a hawk for when those come out. You know.
Nice.
And then, you know, Spec Fiction, they're starting to get some of their shipments in of cool SNK statues, so there's probably going to be an unboxing of some kind in the next week or two. I don't know. And then otherwise I'm going to get out of here because I got more Pokemon to play before I go to sleep and go to school tomorrow. Yeah!
And I've got a pack.
Yeah!
Because I'm flying out tomorrow, so I'm going to be heading out to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo for Classic World Tetris Championships.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that's going to be fun. So, we have no idea what Season 3 is.
I can't even speculate on a Season 3.
Yeah.
Doing some general ed right now. I'm using my GI Bill so that I can actually make ends meet whatsoever. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's throw on, the girl team from 2000, I think.
Was Hinako actually on the girl team?
Yeah, I believe she was on the girl team because there wasn't a she wasn't Psycho Soldier.
KOF
So
2000.
what team was her?
Girl team?
I don't think it's a girl team, but oh yeah, it's just women fighters.
This one.
There we go. Yeah, so that's it. The first one.
This one.
Yeah, that's it. This is the song's remix in the trailer.
Oh, gotcha.
Is it going through properly?
It should be. People should be hearing it. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys next time. Jasmine knows the show's about to end. She looks excited for me. I think that's just the way the song sounds, right?
Yeah.